Alright, so here is another view of Harrison Hot Springs. This is just a little area off to the side, but this is where the actual hot springs come out, and you can see that there are actually tons of little minnows, and up to a foot or so probably, but most of them are more like 2 or 3 inch long fish here, larger than at the outflows. But in this inflow to this beautiful lake that's very pristine, there's 120 people living in cabins over there, and there's a marina right there. But other than that, that is it. And right here we got sticklebacks, and we got sunfish, and also some, it looks like kokanee and dolly vardens, I would say. But right here, this water comes out over in this area. People have built little pools, but it bubbles up at 140 degrees Fahrenheit and mixes with the lake, which is 40 degrees. And you can see that algae bloom, which is interesting. Also, you may note that there are little to no fish hanging out right on the edge of this swirly algae covered pond, but there are some very interesting fish that I have not seen yet, including this, maybe it might be a pumpkin seed fish or a sunfish of some sort. Here's another one. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's got a bluish tail and yellow fins below. This spring smells like sulphur very heavily, so it's possible too that somebody may have released some fish that should not be here. I'll have to double check what these are, but I hope you can see that that has a beautiful blue tail, just electric blue. So I don't know if these fish are supposed to be here or if these are something some knucklehead brought up here. It's a bit of a trip to hike them in and drive up here. I do see a couple sticklebacks now that, of course, I'm wrong from what I said first. So the hot water must be sporadic. I don't see it. I don't see fish in certain areas, but if we take a look, I wanted to catch that beautiful blue-finned fish again. There we go, right there. It's got a purple head, purplish gray head, and a blue tail, and spots on it. It looks like it's gonna come in nice and close. I've never seen whatever fish this is. I don't know if this is a variation of something, but again, I'm in Vancouver or British Columbia, about 3 hours from Vancouver, and something like that. And we are at Harrison Lake, and these are some of the hottest hot springs outside of Yellowstone Lake. But whew, boy, does it smell like, man. I did some tests on this water, and the water is look at that fish right there. This water is the pH is like 3 in some spots, and it's as high as 10 or 11 in others. But look at that fish. I don't know what fish this is. Maybe you guys watching, maybe you know what this is, but what a just beautiful blue on those tail fins, and yellow underneath, yellow or orange, and then spots, a big spot on the side, and then a purplish color to it. Maybe it could be a variation of the sticklebacks that are everywhere, I suppose. That's all I'm seeing in here. But wow, what a beautiful fish. I'd love to get a long net later and perhaps try to examine them closer. He is clearly the king of his territory in this hot spring. But that being said, this hot spring has a very ancient history back through the Ice Age, and the Native Americans believed that there was a fight between the gods here, and that the gods were fighting, and a tribe member, a chief who happened to be a doctor, came here and tried to split up the fight that was causing thunder and lightning and all sorts of chaos, floods, and he was killed in the fight, and he was turned into a mountain. His body and his heart was turned into the river and the sandbar of the Chehalis, and not to be confused with the one in Washington State, but the Chehalis and the Cheam rivers and out to where they meet the Fraser River. So kind of cool history here. Perhaps I'm thinking sunfish, but these might be something introduced, almost like cichlids or something. I don't know. I'll have to find out. Maybe I'm completely off here, but I just haven't seen those before. And this is a very shallow offshoot of this that has been reinforced with some rock. And there's a road, and then across over here is the lake again. So you can see where it's been depleted of water just because of the season and the temperatures, but right here is where it's real hot. So algae growing, but none of the other pretty plants and things that you see. Alright guys, well I just wanted you to see that. There are also Native American petroglyphs all over. Here it smells super strong of sulphur and of just intense the springs, I suppose. So I'm gonna leave you here with this shot. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care of yourself and take care of those around you and your fish. Maybe you can see this last giant school of fish through there as a parting goodbye. See if I can get over here. Yeah, there we go. So here's kind of the last look back. We can see the town that I came up through. There's a hotel, like resort, at one of the hot springs, and then there's a beautiful mountain, Mount Cheam, which is the sister, in the Native American belief, of Mount Baker down in Washington State. So I'll leave you with this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this outside the aquarium kind of video, but nevertheless fish related. Take care, guys. Bye.